Right, folks, we are now live on YouTube.
Yeah. I know it's a lot.
Hopefully no one will do anything that will make us go viral, alderman included.
Yes, sir. If we had like a teacher or something, it's like, take control of that bunch, that team.
Y'all are staying after the meeting.
We're doing better.
All right, I want to call the meeting to order. Have all the aldermen present, along with our attorney Rocky Eaton and our clerk Melissa Martin. And if I could ask, since we have so many champions here tonight, ask former champion Craig Bullock to lead us in the prayer and the pledge.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for the honor and the privilege to be here tonight, God, and to be in this wonderful city. God, I thank you for those who are able to be here. We ask for your travel mercies as they lead, and God, just thank you for the honor to make decisions on behalf of the city. God, I pray that we will do so in accordance to your will, and that we will just seek your wisdom in all that we do. Forgive us if we fail you. It's in Jesus' name that I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No agenda. My computer won't work.
Is John's computer working?
Josh Young, everyone. He gets paid by the hour, so he's trying to belay. Or I should say, you can tell it's budget season. The department heads are doing their best. I love it. Thank you, Josh.
There's nothing on the public comment.
Okay. We're going to use that space anyway. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda? Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to pass the consent agendas 1, 2, and 3?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All righty, folks. We've got some special folks here tonight. Usually when we walk in and there's a lot of people here, we think, what have we done? But anyway, Coach, would you come up for a second and bring the leadership up here? And we want to honor y'all. And it's tough in baseball because it ends in the last part of the season. And if you would, Coach, introduce everybody for us.
Oh, gosh, all of them. Okay. This is Coach Joe Mowdy. He's one of our assistant, our hitting coach. Coach Oswald, pitching coach. He's actually from Federal, so I know this means a lot to him. And then our superintendent, Dr. Dillon, and our athletic director, Dr. Bowe.
Well, fantastic. You know, our school district is such a big part of what we do and what we are. And honestly, and I know the pressure on you guys is we're known as a baseball town. And you see this past weekend, the last 2 weekends, we've had a lot of folks, a lot of kids playing ball. And it's just a great sport. I was always a baseball guy. I was so good that I got into insurance fairly quickly afterwards. But baseball teaches you a lot of lessons, and you're going to remember those the rest of your life. Trips on the Yellow Dog. There were some great times and some memories. Some of the friends that I have even today are folks that I played with when I played at Jones in the late 80s. And matter of fact, a lot of folks were coming from Covington County when I played. And they thought I was from Covington County because they always saw me with them. And I really just had met a lot of folks at Jones that were from that county. Coach, tell us a little bit about the season and introduce some of your players, if you would.
Oh, well, you want to get them to come up here?
Yeah, that'd be great. Matter of fact,
Guys, y'all come on up. Senior Nathan Garner here, Fisher Howell, Rouse Holder, Chad Cahill is our catcher, Kenan Bastain, Jordan Freeman, Ryder Berry, Tish, Coop Geiger, Tristan Jordan, Matt Clark, Cooper Smith, Deacon Crum, and Landry Stringfellow. There's the guys here. We got a lot of guys out of town right now playing travel ball and vacationing and all, so they're enjoying the state championship and riding high as well.
Craig Bullock come out here with me. And I guess this will be the biggest picture we ever taken.
Okay, we can squeeze in, we get tight.
I'm pretty sure I saw a key on the
Try to squeeze in as much as y'all can.
Dick.
And you got to be in front. Dog.
Go, Joe, get in the front seat. Just get in the front.
Matt.
Let's get them to get Alderman Bullock.
Yeah.
What year? 1995. What number was that? Number 3. Yep. 1995. It's so funny. There's a picture, and I assume we're going to get a picture, and when you first walk into the school, and he can name off all the players. And a lot of the folks don't play ball, so we play big time ball here. So, I love that.
99.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, is there any way y'all get back there somehow? I do think it's funny sometimes, like one of the aldermen will be behind one of y'all's head and you won't see them and stuff. And I do want to present you guys with something. The key to the city. Oh, yeah. This is your coach right there. Appreciate it. Well earned. We've got to buy it here somewhere.
They don't come with it.
Team Hyatt is here somewhere, so if you want to keep this in your vehicle, maybe you're going. Nothing big, no felonies.
Right, right.
If you need to flip it flat, y'all can pick it up on your phone.
I'm gonna put it on my dashboard.
So they won't even stop you.
We'll keep 7 couple of the others. I've got the key to the city. The key to the city.
Not sure if I can do that one.
Well, we appreciate y'all having us. The cool story about these guys is our season, starting off, like on a high there, had high expectations, and we kind of got knocked down out of our high horse there a little bit. We struggled a little bit, but these guys, they're relentless and they're resilient, and they fought through it. They stayed together. They played for one another. There's a true definition of loving each other, and that came about right at the playoffs. We got hot at the right time, and we never checked up. Went 8-0 in the playoffs in 7A baseball, which is unheard of. And it's just a true definition of team. We got Jordan Freeman, his first career home run in South State Championship Series. And there's a picture of Jordan stomping on home plate, and you can just see the joy of his teammates just celebrating with him, and they're more fired up for him. And that's what it's about, just loving each other. And when we get to bring that trophy back to Petal, and not being from this area at all growing up, I realized how much baseball meant to this community, and I could just, going all through town, people recognize you and just tell you how proud they are of these men and what they did for this town and this city. And it's awesome.
We just got back from a city trip, and so we did that. Us elected officials had nothing to do with this, other than rooting and cheering you guys on. We got to hang out with all the cities y'all were whooping. So that's always pretty cool. They kind of hand in hand a little bit, and it's a great feeling on our side to do that. And you're going to see that. That's what I really love about baseball, is you're never out. Until the season's over with, there's always a chance.
Just get to the dance.
Just get where you need to get. You can get hot at the right time, and that camaraderie that you got. And the seniors, where are my seniors at? The legacy you guys have left. A lot of pressure on the who's going to be my seniors next year. There we go. There's the pressure right there. Just relax and make it happen. What is it? Don't think. I think Corky Palmer used to say that. Don't think you're just going to hurt the program. Just get out there and react, play baseball, and have fun. As long as you can do it, play baseball as long as you can do it. So God bless each of you. I hope everything goes great. If we here at City Hall, you're always welcome. If we can help you out with anything, let us know. Good job. Appreciate y'all. Next year, that's 2 in a row. We're going back to back.
Hey, you're all welcome to stay and see how political bureaucracy happens.
So they got a few years to do that.
You guys have practice to do probably.
No, not right. Nope. Who's playing league ball? What do you say? Who's playing league ball this summer?
Yeah.
I should have checked Josh's picture.
Really?
Will that key fit in the new firebox locks or lock boxes we're buying?
Not yet, we're still in a consideration.
The goodie?
That's right, we're gonna make other people buy them.
Hey, Chief, did they tell you about all the get out of jail free cards that they handed out?
I wish.
His budget says Josh did a good job with the picture.
Nice.
It says Boyd win on the back.
All right, appreciate it. Anybody watching on YouTube, doing that, that's a big deal for us. We always want to point out excellence, and there's a ton of stuff that, excuse me, Dr. Dillon, he was here, so he couldn't have watched. So anyway, we always want to take time. There's a ton of them. We could probably spend the whole meeting doing nothing but that. The excellent things that those kids are doing out there. It's always exciting. But anyway, if we could, Brett, come on up here. Brett wanted to give us an update on everything that's going on.
Well, I'll tell you, it's tough to follow that.
What you got?
No picture, no nothing, just,
It's a lot of money.
there we
No,
go.
I don't know, man. They're talking about the rest of the life. It's so special for the community. Even though Dr. Dillon said LSU used to win a state championships,
Yeah.
like, you know, went to a few this year or something, that's really special. Thanks for the opportunity to come give you an update. Pretty much know the status of things, but just kind of wanted to give a little bit of a history about how we got where we are. We were, I believe, hired in September of 23, if I remember that correctly. And at that time, fiscal year 24, that Congress would be working on. So earmarks for that year would have been due in the spring of 24. So we sort of missed that year opportunity. And then, of course, we couldn't have known that in FY 25, neither Congress nor the state would do projects. So we were disappointed, to say the least, at the start about how the progress that we made over the first year and a half. Did get $500,000 from the state in 2024. And then this past year in FY 26, we're finally able to do kind of what we expected to be able to do year in, year out, hope to be able to do for the city. And we got $750,000 from the state and $1.75 million from Congress in the form of an earmark. So that brings the total funding for the project to $3 million. And again, while not exactly what we wanted, due to FY 25 really was the single largest setback. That's where we are. It's still a $5.25 million project. Got 3 currently. FY 27 in Congress, we have a earmark pending. So the Senate is always behind the House, as usual. And so the House has already passed all of their appropriations bills in committee, in the full committee. So you have your 12 subcommittees and your full committee. They passed all in the full committee separately. Done their job on that. And it has 2 on the floor: military construction, veterans affairs, and ag FDA, which your remarks on that doesn't matter. Just to give you a feel for the status of what things are in Congress on the House side. The Senate, they have not even had a mark of a single appropriations bill. That's due to the more 50-50 nature, not 50, but of the Senate. And the fact that they have to keep much more bipartisan with filibuster to get things done. And the biggest reason is it's an election year. And Susan Collins, who's the chair of the Appropriations Committee, is up for re-election. If you're following the news, her opponent, Graham Plattner, is in some trouble. So we'll see if he remains the nominee or not. But she and Patty Murray, the ranking member of Appropriations, not really, usually they talked by now. And so it's election year, there's politics going on there that's keeping the Senate, I think, from advancing, getting the top line number and advancing committee meetings and all forward. That said, the earmark in the House that's pending has been approved by the Appropriations Committee in the House is $700,000. That's the floor. If they pass the budget, that'll be the floor of what we get. We hope and expect a better number in the Senate. I expect a larger number in the Senate if they do indeed pass the appropriations package. But you hope that they will. Of course, the fiscal year begins October 1. They will not. I'd say they will not. I do not think there's any way in which the political forces will allow them to pass a budget before the midterms. So the Democrats want to see if they can get control in the Senate and have better influence on the budget. And so you'll almost certainly see that go into December, January, February, March before you see that budget passed. Like it was this past year. They passed, I think, the bill that had Pell's earmark was passed in early February. So you can see something like that on the timing. Anyway, that's where we are and what we've been able to do. I know, look, it's a project that you can't see and your constituents can't see. And so I commend you for sticking with the project and continue to put the long-term benefit pedal, on the line and going after that. You can't see it and you just tell people about it, but you can't see it. So hopefully this year, very soon, we can get that fully funded. The $3 million earmark that we submitted, again, if we get the full thing in the Senate, we'll complete the project, full funded, done, if we get that full amount. And I have high hopes that we will. But we definitely should no doubt get more than we have pending in the House. So looking forward to getting this project moving finally, and appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the city. It's truly an honor. I'm happy to answer any questions.
I didn't want to interrupt, but obviously, if you look at the calendar, we weren't even supposed to be on the list. Remember, everything had gotten delayed, as you just had mentioned. We actually weren't even supposed to get on the list. And not only that, you were able to get it into a good spot and get us 1.75. So that was some good work. We were really supposed to be asking for that now. But there are circumstances, hard work, and circumstances with other projects out there that really put us in a good spot. Not to mention, it was a year or so ago. I can't remember. I know we got to do it again in 29, but the 3%,
Yeah, private.
that kind of stuff is stuff to keep in front of everybody, because it can get tough and you really never know. There was a time when the legislature would just go ahead and get rid of the repealer, and those days are kind of gone right now. So we're working in a little bit different environment, but obviously we got elections coming up next session. So
Yeah,
it'll be as fun as last
That's
session.
right.
Huh?
And if you want to, I'll touch on that. You can
Yeah.
expect there'll be a special session called
Oh yeah, for the
late this summer, probably before the midterms, on legislative redistricting. They will do that this year. I mean, that's all signs point to that. They're going to do that this year, either before or after the midterms, probably before if you have more time.
Yeah, 'cause they sign up in January.
Because you
So if
got
you're going to change the district, you got to know if you're going to be in that district. Could be wild.
And then probably congressional redistricting, if they decide to do that, would be during the regular or special within or after or something, or variation in the style. So, that's kind of the political landscape on that. I expect the issues that we've seen dominate legislature to take a break until 28 relates to education. I think you'll see a soft defer that issue maybe to 28. There's a different theory.
They just came out with some news too on their budget. Their budget, the state budget runs to June 30th, July
Yes,
1 to June
that's right.
30th.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, they had I guess their revenue estimates come in $176 million to the good.
So good, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's right. I'm happy to answer any questions about any of that, change the project.
Just tell them we want
Status.
10%. We'll go away for a few
Yeah.
years.
We don't want, yeah,
We'll go away for 2 years. Just 10% of that,
that's right.
17 million. Yeah. Any questions, Kane?
Well, I think we'd be remiss not to thank you, but also, shout out to Senator Don Harkness and Larry Bird, representing actually, that coordination, letting him know what we're doing, that communication, because sometimes I think that's what's the city's done better than ever before the last couple of years, is that coordination.
Yeah.
And then I think we've invited Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith to be here on the ground.
Correct. Sorry, I thought.
So, that'd be nice, we can continue to support that. So, strange how that works out,
Yeah.
but pray for everything. So, That's what the mayor, thank you for your support.
Yes,
Continue to-
absolutely. Yeah, glad to have her here speaking, doing that keynote and all this.
Thank you for coordinating that.
Absolutely.
I will, do appreciate, I know Congressman Harper is always real big on the don't go up to DC if you don't have to. So we went up a year and a half ago, I think it was. And, we were able to kind of, since it's the same project, it's not a new project. So I didn't like it's, hey, let's sit down with you. Oh, you're talking about the same thing again. So I know that's easy. Obviously, we don't have a ton of money, so we obviously want to be able to be efficient with those monies and still
That's right.
tap into those
Absolutely.
resources. This is a space pedal in general has really never played in, at least not to the extent that we're trying to do as well. So we got a lot of big problems, and we don't. I mean, that money's going somewhere, so it might as well come to pedal. Not always, but
So
or
we're,
maybe not as much as we
Worthy
want, but
project, for
at
sure.
least the idea is they'll know what our problems are and what we're working on. Even if they can't help, they'll at least know what we've got going on. And I think that's the work that this board's done, trying to be, I guess, advocates of the city. So it's been a good thing. Any other questions? Awesome, brother. Well,
All
I
right.
appreciate
Thank you so much.
appreciate you telling the congressman we said hello and you need something and we'll talk soon.
I'll do it. Thanks so much. man.
Awesome. Good deal. Thanks, buddy.
Where's she dressed up?
All righty. No other public comment or any.
I'm supposed to be here at 5:45.
Did you want to talk to that? I think that's.
Well, they canceled it. I thought they would have called you because his posting said July 1st and it was really July 7th. So they just,
Well, he left me a message to be here at 5:45 just to report on the.
yeah.
Do you want to give us an update on anything? Yeah. No.
Roofer starts this week or Monday,
Oh, nice.
sometime in the next 7 days.
Yeah.
So, we will have a roof on it, and I will personally again thank July for his patience, but I know it's been his neighborhood, so. And
Well,
then
tell you what, we spit out a lot of, I get the permits sent to me from Amy every month.
yeah,
Well, we did there's a lot of folks getting roofs in this
I'm
town.
going over to her office to get
Yeah.
that finalized
Yeah.
actually, but I had to get the stuff from him. And also I got the guy that's supposed to be doing the interior work too.
Okay,
So wanted to talk to her what's
Awesome.
his stuff. And I got
that's
that.
moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Appreciate your work on this.
Thank y'all's patience.
Yeah.
Especially those of you that live in the neighborhood, not naming names, that have to put up with it, have called me multiple times. Just trying to be nice, don't make me burn down your longer.
That is
Not
all.
an actual threat. Not so.
Okay, it's on YouTube forever.
Not so.
I appreciate it. If you need us for anything, let us know.
Just wanted to thank y'all again for your time, and if I'm here again, then something disastrous has happened, but otherwise the plan is that will
Right
be done.
on. Okay.
Good to go.
That sounds like a plan. Good deal. Thanks, boy.
Thank y'all. Have a good one.
Well done.
All righty, no proclamations, resolutions, bids and quotes. Let's go to number 4, request to accept quote from Homestead Services LLC in the amount of $25,700 for 8th Avenue culvert replacement per SDW. If I can get a second or motion in a second. Second, basically, we think we've got some of the dirt sneaking out of there over a long-term period of time. So what they used to do back in the day was pour a lot of concrete in there. So initially, something like this, I would have told Matt and them to go in there and dig it up. I got a feeling they're going to end up seeing some more stuff in there that they're going to need to do it. And obviously, the work they're doing, I don't want to take them off of it. I was 6 months ago, I was bragging that we only have 8 bridges and all we've got is South George. And now there's 4 of them getting worked on, 4 of the 8. But once again, we are blessed not to have a lot of bridges. So anyway, that'll buy us some more time. At some point, it'll have to be replaced. Probably looking at $500,000. So this will keep us from having that sink spot on the west side where you've probably seen the cone lately. And hopefully they can get started very quickly, or I'll be making a phone call to the gentleman that was here earlier, Superintendent Dillon, and telling him he needs to reroute some buses. But anyway, it's just the timing of being able to put all this together. Unfortunately, it would have been great to start first of last month. But it is what it is. But anyway, got a motion, got a second, all in favor? Number 5, request to accept a quote from Chris Albritton Construction, Inc. in the amount of $60,265 for the maintenance on Main Street Bridge over Greens Creek at Leeville. And a second, did you send out the bridge report on that? It's nothing imminent, but it's in a situation where it needs to get handled. Many times we've gotten Clearwater to come in and put bracing arms or something like that at the report. And I believe the state comes in every 2 years and checks it. And that's what happened down on South George. At some point, they start lowering the amount of weight that can come on it. And then at some point, you know, we as elected officials have to make do we want to keep pushing it, or do we, you know, try to move to get it fixed? So this give some more life to that bridge. Obviously in a very important spot right there. Some of the water comes through there and scours around the concrete. You got that at Lot Creek Bridge down on Carterville as well. There will be some mild work done on that one. You know, a couple bracings, a couple scour areas and everything to get breathe some life into that. But anyway, got a motion, got a second, all in favor? Old business, nothing to do. Do we want to vote on it?
Yes.
Obviously, we're continuing to review the Knox Box Rapid Entry System Ordinance until our next meeting on 7/21. So let's move on to general business. Number 7. I don't think we need to vote on this either, but is there a Sean May here? Come on up here, Mr. May. I think it gets weird when we get to something that we don't vote on. It's like, okay, just come on up here.
I thought I'd hold you guys.
No. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I come to you really at twofold. One being a drainage issue we're having at Cola and Cherry Street. I reached out to Mr. Steele and I've gotten into basically nothing done. It seems like I've had to jump through a ton of hoops in order to get a ball rolling.
What's your address over there?
It's 115 Cola Street.
118?
115.
115. You are on the west side of Cola, right?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I mean, any small rain, it just sits in the bottom of the ditches until it soaks in. You get a large rain, and I mean, the ditch is sitting out there full for 5, 6, 7 days at a time. The water will not drain off, and it's primarily because one of the culverts that we put in on Cola Street back towards Second Street, I believe it is, Second Avenue and Second Street. But on Cola Street, on the west side, there is a culvert placed out there, and it was placed approximately 2 inches too high. So the water can't get through it until it gets.
East Second Avenue. The water's trying to go to East Second Avenue,
Right,
right?
it is trying to go to East Second Avenue to get in that branch of that creek right there where it's at. And I mean, it's gravel over top of it. So I'm thinking that it wouldn't be much of an issue, but pull that culvert, dig it down where it needs to go and re-ditch that entire ditch between.
That's
Second
that.
Avenue.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Back
It's
up.
to let them in their backyard, isn't it?
Sir,
It's that.
yeah, it lets them in, and that is a
Oh,
forest
okay.
county ditch as well. So I mean,
Okay.
I understand why it was placed as a convenience for him. Hey, it's no.
That was put in there long before he lived
Sorry.
there. It was put in there long.
It was.
before.
Oh, he just wants to put the new gravel there.
Like I said, I've lived there. My wife purchased a home about 5 years ago. And I've lived there with her for going on 2 years.
Okay.
And this has been an issue for
Where-
a long
where-
time.
Where are you originally at from?
I'm originally from out of Oak Grove,
Oh, okay.
which is another, I mean, I
Okay, we're
don't.
glad to have you up
I
here.
don't want to kick the dead horse.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
With the amount that we pay in property tax.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it rivals what my boss man pays in Cambridge.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's got 3 times the house we have. And I mean, the car tags are out of this world. We just spent $800 on a $300, I mean, on a 3-year-old kid.
Yeah.
For a car tag.
Yeah.
And to have water just,
Now, for the record, we don't get all that money.
sir.
For the record, we don't get all that money.
They
probably live-
baseball players.
The school's left, right? Okay.
Yeah.
The school gets a lot, and I think it's a lot. We're actually the littlest guy on the.
I've got a limited history in.
Oh, yeah, you used to work. Where at? Up in, where'd you used to work at in Public Works?
I used to work up in Greenwood,
Oh,
Mississippi,
yeah.
in Public Works. And I learned how to do a lot of this, and I mean, I'm
Yeah, you're right down
not
the
just
river.
flying by the seat of my pants here,
Yeah.
as far as guessing at this. but
Yeah.
I've actually went out there with my 13-year-old son and shot a grade on this
Mhm.
from the bottom of my driveway where it comes off of Cherry Street, all the way around to where it exits up under Sackett Avenue.
Mhm.
And it's a 3 1/4 inch drop between where my driveway comes out at and where it goes up Sackett. So it's plenty of drop right there.
Your drive is actually on
On Cherry.
Cherry. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yes, sir. From the bottom of that pipe where it comes on, comes out onto Cherry Street,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the way around.
I'm looking on Google Maps. So
Right, all the way around the corner of Second Avenue where it goes up on the form that creek.
that's
About
right.
4 or 5 pipes that come onto Second Avenue right there and join that, and maybe that starts that little creek up.
Well, I will tell you, one of the things that we're doing, and we're actually supposed to get a bigger, I don't know, what do they even call it, a jet head? We've got a jet head that's undersized, so that's one of the things we're gonna try to do is get a jet head that can go through there and clean out a bunch of different culverts, because over time, especially in flat areas,
Right.
the water is not moving much and sediment just gathers up. So it'd be nice to have a truck that could do that, but a trailer's better than nothing. So that'd be one of the first times that we've done something with that material from that standpoint. But I know we'll get over there and take a look at it, see if we can get something done on it.
It just seems like, I mean, this is big, this can, and then I've talked to residents in the
Yeah.
neighborhood there that's been there way longer than what we
Yeah.
have.
You know, a
And
real
this
bad
this is
spot is
something that's just
kind
been,
of
you know, the can been kicked down the road, you know, for as long as I can remember.
a little further down from you, boy, and we get those kind of
And
rains.
I
it's
can't, I'm
hard
not
to-
trying to point fingers, but
No,
this
no.
gentleman's yard over here looks like a lake whenever it rains.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know why he's not jumping in the out here, you know?
And I know we talked maybe a little bit about this, I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but you know, I've lived in that house for close to 25 years.
Yeah.
And my grandmother grew up in that house. She still lives across the street. So my family's been there literally for about 100 years.
Right.
Before this was anything city related, when this was just, when that area was just county, there were not even roads back there or anything. That was an old pond. And so when the county came in and started putting these roads, they just slapped down roads and
Right.
started going. And so, you know, the original issue dates back, you know, 50, 60, 70 years ago, as far as not starting right,
Right.
essentially. And so, you know, that's why if you go and look, I mean, on Cherry Street, the two highest ends are basically on each side of the street, and everything just kind of pulls down right there. And so it's kind of like attempting in a sense to get water from a toilet to a sink.
Right.
And so,
And the gentleman that bought the house, 2 houses back toward the west from us, he just bought it like 6 months ago.
Mhm.
This gentleman's got to put sandbags around his door every time it comes decent rain.
I think it was 3 houses that got built there at one time.
Yeah.
And they're nice houses. Houses are nice, and they're not very old at all.
and they were built up very high. I mean, that there was a reason they were.
Since
built
you and
up.
I have been in office, so 2018, 19 maybe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think those houses were built in 2020.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, the guy that built them does a good job, and everything. And that was one of the concerns when you went into that area. We knew it was an area that kind of, but then you get caught up into the I own my land. What's the legality? Can we do, you know, in certain instances, I think, or in a lot of instances, we're hesitant to legally go in there and say, no, you can't do nothing with your land.
Moving that culvert down.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be all.
Yeah. And I think we need to blow
You
everything
walk out
out
there
all around.
20 minutes after it gets done raining and you see where the water settled in, and
Yeah.
there's a high spot right here, Rachel, you can't get between here, you know, and that culvert down toward the.
I don't
end
know
there,
what
it's,
the timing will be of it, but we'll definitely get it on the list to see if we can go over there and make some improvements.
And like you said,
And-
with a bigger jet going through the pipe, it can't hurt.
Yeah, anything that'll get that out. I mean, it's just tough. That area is flat, and we went 2 years without getting, because we were in a historic drought. And so when if we get it all at once, unfortunately, then it'll turn dry again and
Right.
everything will turn brown. But anyway, you need us for anything, let us know,
It's,
and we'll get over there at some
it's just
point and see what we
ongoing
can.
issue whenever you have to wait 5-6 days.
Yeah.
To drain down, you know?
Yeah.
And you ride through neighborhoods all across town, and
Yeah.
there's no water standing in those ditches.
Yeah.
You know, but you drive over here on this 1 or 2 little
Yeah.
block area,
We always want to make it better if we
you
can.
know. But anyway, we can get.
Well,
something
sometimes we're hampered by not having funds or resources, but something like this, we can,
Something like that.
You know, if we can do something, then it ain't gonna hurt to do it. Right? I don't think that's a big deal, but not sure when we're gonna do it, but I'll get with Matt and just see if we can go over there. and
look
make
at
some
some improvements
improvements.
later, because like I said, this has been an ongoing. problem.
Hopefully we won't,
Talking to the residents around.
hopefully we'll get our rain 1 inch and 2 inches at a time as opposed to
Exactly.
12 plus. So anyway, and actually there was other areas of the state that actually got worse than we did, which is crazy. Pastor Shan got like 11 in one day. I think we were 16 over a 14 or 4 or 5 day. And we had one day that it didn't rain, and that was all the difference. It let everything kind of catch up. So tough stuff though. But anyway, we appreciate you and glad to have you in town. We try to recruit folks from Oak Grove to get them over here.
Get your water running up.
You'll get more, huh? Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
See you, buddy. Number 8, request to waive sewer tap for a property located at 46 Dogwood Lane. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? All in favor? Any opposed?
Is Mr. Mooney here?
No.
Okay, we just have to confirm.
Oh, yeah, we will have, and not necessarily on that, but we will have you always say a short executive session, but then they turn into long, hopefully a short executive session. So we'll see. Anyway, number 9, request to adjust charges for services as follows due to leaks. So 108 Woodside, $175. 419 McKenna Street, water, $133. 68 Robinson Drive, water, $1,141. Late fee of $100.80. 107 Green Street, water, $735. Late fee $74.55. 1505 Carterville Road, water, $161. Late fee $32.59. 209 North George Street, water, $364. Late fee $38.74. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Melissa, Rao Capital Investment. That's who owns that, the small house on Carterville Road. I don't see that house needs major improvements. Where? How do we find-
1505 Cardinal.
Yes,
Got a code issue?
it's very flat. People moved out of there because the water was draining around it and they couldn't get it out. I'm not sure that's gonna be the only leak you have there.
Right.
The house is sunk and they're gonna have a hard time selling it unless they do something major.
Y'all recall that one off the top of your head?
It's just past Maple on the left.
I think we should send
Small
that
house.
back. 1505 Carterville.
Look at the back when you go back there, Matt. They've had to dig a ditch around to get the water out of there.
Let's back down. Their July bill was back down to a minimum. So
Well, it shouldn't, I didn't think there was anybody living in that. There may be
it
somebody
says repaired water leak under house.
under house because the house is sinking.
Mhm.
Just doing
Well,
Okay.
You bet.
All right, cancel that. Number 10, request to close bank account ending in 113 for SB, that's Senate Bill 2468, Chapel Hill overlay due to all funds expended per our city clerk. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Uh,
Number 11, request to pay SDW invoice number 27949 in the amount of $432 for Matthews Branch Sidewalk Construction Management.
Motion.
I know, I feel like we got a coupon or something like John left a number off of there or something.
Motion. Or second.
All in favor?
Pass it quick.
Yeah. Alrighty, number 12, request to pay estimate number 6 in the amount of $76,991.69 to Homestead Services for Matthews Branch sidewalk improvements per SDW. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Number 13, we might need to talk about this one for a second. Number 13, request to accept sole source letter from Prairie Dog Boring and purchase a Prairie Dog boring machine at a cost of $15,509.89 per CWS.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All good? How quick can we get this thing? They've got one of them down in Leaksville. And you know where we end up cutting the stripes across the road? This would have, on 3 Mile Cutoff, for instance.
Yep.
We will be able to get in there and just bore under the road.
So
And it can go up to 14 inches.
That's gonna be my first question.
Yeah, 2 to 14 inches. So that's a really big deal.
And it also saves on wear and tear on vehicles, hit potholes, that have settled.
Yeah, because once you're done, now you're done with that area. You ain't got to go back and patch it. Yeah.
Hey, Matt, will you tell us how this boring machine is special and is unique as compared to, some of the others that are out there on the market?
So this one's more compact, to where it shoots a better level grade than the standard ones. And the other bigger boring rigs would do the same job, but they're like 80 and 90 and, $100,000.
Well, this is also only a little over 200 pounds too. So
Yeah,
one
this
person
is
can
very light,
manhandle it.
lightweight. You can actually take two people and pick it up, set it down in the hole.
You've not seen anything comparable along the same size and price?
I
Yeah.
have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to confirm that, if you put that in minutes. And then we saw two quotes on here, but each machine itself is actually worth, valued, or they're quoting the price at less than 10,000. Is that right?
That is correct.
Now,
One is a little less because I gave two options. One's with smaller heads to where you can do just smaller lines, and the one that's 15 will do a larger line. 15.
it looked like it was a little bit higher horsepower.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, that's all I got. Thank you.
And if I remember right, you're packing these lines to go under the road so that if we have to pull them back out, you can do it,
Every line will have a case in it.
which is why the casing's important. That's the bigger.
Excellent.
How'd you let Leaksville beat us getting this?
They were y'all talking first, weren't they?
We'd let them try it out first, and then if we knew there was no problems, then we could get into it.
I brought it to y'all because it didn't work very good.
Yeah, we would have never known about this.
But I did see it. I got video if anybody would like to see it.
That would be awesome.
It would be-
And this will go on a city asset inventory.
that is-
Number 14, we ought to see if we could.
Haven't voted yet.
Okay, got a motion, got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
She's not the best city clerk in the biz for nothing. Number 14, request to pay the docket of claims for the month of June 2026 per city clerk.
Motion.
There's a second,
Second.
all in favor? Number 15, request to accept engineering agreement for SDW for sewer cleaning and CCTV of Mitchell Street to Short South Sewer. Is there a second?
Second.
This will provide us with the intel that we need to help the sewer issues that we have. So you don't know what you don't know. As Brett was saying earlier, a lot of this stuff's hidden. So we found a few low-hanging pieces of fruit. And we know we've got the money for the estimate that we think it'll cost. That's just Weston shooting it off the hip. These folks have done some other cammering in front of wards to give us some information about that stuff. So I think this could be a big deal. There is a cleaning effect. So you got to clean it out to be able to camera everything. So hopefully it's not bad, or hopefully it's in an area we can get to real easily.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
this is part one of at least a part two conversation. This is part of it. And fortunately, we've got the funds to do this. And this is a big deal, obviously, with what's been on WDAM lately. So anyway, we're trying to find this stuff, and hopefully it won't be very expensive to fix. And hopefully it's some stuff that Matt and them can get in there and fix, but we'll see.
Does that include smoke test as part of that investigation?
I believe all they'll do is
I'm gonna
camera.
go back and smoke this.
Good, before we, yeah, so that's a critical part of it.
And the neat thing too is, obviously this will all be documented, so it'll be cataloged on the engineer's side. So they'll not only have the camera's footage, you'll have documentation of whenever you fix sections of it.
Right.
So for the future, that'll be good.
The sewer line by.
Don't tell how old them lines are.
Is fixed. Around the manhole, children's task force.
Yeah, we had a sink spot back there. Some of that line and the manholes go through the woods right through there in an area that loves to hold water. So you want to talk about infiltration, getting in there. It's just that, talking with John, he just didn't feel like, yeah, you see how some problems when it gets certain amounts of rain infiltration, but he just didn't. He thought that part of the system should do better than it had been. So hopefully it'll be a long time till we find out getting that amount of rain. But when it does, maybe we'll be a little bit better. We'll give you time to get some stuff done. All right, got a motion, got a second, all in favor? Number 16, request to accept supplemental agreement number 1 in the amount of $15,428 $1,000.93 plus overrun of $54,335.24, and make final payment in the amount of $173,377.74 to Grady Crawford Construction, Inc. for Castlewood Sewer Improvements per SDW.
Lord, have we done?
Motion.
I still have to make a phone call to confirm it, so I'll feel good about it. But anyway, we're beating a August 30th deadline to get some of this stuff done. And there's a mixture of funds in this, ARPA, MCWI, probably some of our funds, and everything. But there's some of the overruns that get approved in something like this is if they get in there and you get one of the neighbors or something, they don't like what we're, want to change something up. You see if we can accommodate as much as we can, because one of those lift stations in particular is really right in between some houses. Not an ideal situation, but the folks that worked with us, we gave them a really nice fence along with the fence that goes around our stuff and everything. So it's kind of good to get to this point. And the work that, I guess you'll have to make a reimbursement request now. Anyway, this has been a labor of love for Melissa for the last several years, but very important when we expend money and we expect to get it back, that you send in the right paperwork and get that money flowing back here so we can move on. But anyway, motion second, all in favor? Number 17, request to ratify temporary use agreement with Mississippi Power for parking on July 1 per me. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
That's just us pushing paper between us and Mississippi Power to use their parking lot for the Star Spangled Banner. Number 18, request to reimburse Ethan Wembley in the amount of $448.31 for materials used in building cages for the evidence room per Chief Hyatt. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 19, request to pay estimate number 6 in the amount of $18,812.70 to Warren Paving for 2025 paving per SDW.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
When the numbers get littler, we must be getting towards the end. Number seminars and travel. Number 20, request for Tyler Roberts and Kellen Wright to attend PERS support class, PERS, PEERS support class in Brandon, August 2nd through the 6th at a cost of $1,045.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 21, request for Tyler Roberts and Chance Gardner to attend explosive awareness recognition and response class in Ellisville, Mississippi, July 22nd through the 23rd. Total cost is $0 per Chief Hyatt. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nothing under orders and ordinances. Mayor's report really is we had the Star Spangled Banner. I thought that was eyeball testing was probably the biggest crowd that we've ever had. What I look at now, we probably got a few because Hattiesburg moved theirs, but the calendar I think was really worked out great. You got off work on that Thursday, you could come to that event, and then you could get the heck out of town for the 4th. So anyway, we had all been out of town, so none of us, I didn't go nowhere. I was like, I can't get somebody to feed my animals for another 3 or 4 days, so I can go play some more, So anyway, Miss Ada, what you got? We hadn't seen y'all in forever. What have y'all been doing? Who you need to talk to?
Oh, Mr. Rowan,
Uh-huh.
he looked at 42. When we come off the way to the county.
What's you talking about the paving?
Go up that road.
Is that the
It looks
part the
better-
county did?
it looks better on that road.
I think they're gonna come back and pave the rest of that.
Well, I would be fixing to go back, going through that, do tell it, going on up through that.
Um,
road. That's a turn. It's bad.
They, I want to say they did a chip seal on it the first time. That's a county paving project. And everybody was asking why they came into the city. That was the old, that used to be considered a state aid road. And that was where it ended and was the old city limits back in the day. So I'm sure they were using the paperwork and said, well, just go into that line. Because usually the county doesn't really, come into the city too terribly much. I haven't even been out there. Been busy doing all kind of other stuff. I need to ride out there and see what it
Well,
looks like.
it looks good. I've been on it. look that up, the one on 42.
Okay.
I think for that.
Oh, wait, I was supposed to say I did that for you.
And my Lord, I think what they done a good job on fixing the port. I wanted it, but I got one more project out there. I told him about it, and I don't know what that bring to y'all.
Uh-oh.
But if we got, when he come look, if we got to bring it to y'all, I'm be looking for y'all.
Matt's gonna figure out if we need to come to us. Matt, don't come to us.
And when I
Just
come
take, just make me say the happy and we'll all be happy. Hey, what, anything else? All righty, I'm gonna seek a motion to see the need for an executive session.
A potential legal matter and litigation and real estate.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All righty, folks, appreciate y'all.
I thought this was involving Will.